Small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
Hello and welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. From rules to rolling to review, we teach RPGs so you can play too. Today, we come to the conclusion of our playthrough of Here, There, Be Monsters. I'd like to have my lovely players introduce themselves quickly so we can jump right into things. Give us your name, your character's name, pronouns, and background, and let's have from everybody the most cursed object you own.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'll be playing Electra the Oracle. She uses she, they pronouns. And the most cursed object I owned is actually one I don't own anymore, but it's so cursed that I think about it to this day.
It persists.
Yeah, so I, for 4 years, bleached my brown hair white. And one day, and then I tried to, very much like a past character of mine, dyed it blue, and then the blue never really got out, specifically in my ends. And so one day, my sophomore year of college, we cut off the blue ends of my hair, the parts that just would not take it off. And my friend Maj, my best friend, said that it felt like straw. There was nothing left there after so many bleaching and color remover to get the blue out. And I don't know why we thought to do this, but we then put the hair in a bag with water and froze it. And
some girl sleepover behavior.
Yeah. And then anytime I would get jewelry from a guy, and then things would end, I would put the jewelry in the bag. And I'll never forget once someone asked for something back because it was their necklace, and I had to thaw out the bag and take it out. And we brought the bag with us to our next apartment, Maj and I. And then we tried to leave the bag in the freezer for the next tenants because we thought it'd be funny. So we get to the next apartment that me and my friend are moving into, and we again thought that we're leaving the bag, the other one, and my mom is like, "What is this bag that you left in the freezer?" And she had unknowingly brought it to a third location. And when my best friend and I then, she was going to grad school in another state, we had a ceremony of throwing out the hair bag. But I did have a bag of frozen hair in my freezer for 3 years.
That is the most cursed object.
We're not going to be able to beat
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
I think I remember you, stories from you and Maj about how you would specifically, curse exes of yours using that bag or that jar, right?
No,
that's a different jar?
Yeah, we'd use a Kermit plush.
Oh my god.
Not Kermit, my boy.
And I loved that Kermit plush. But it had a lot of power in it.
A lot of something in that Kermit plush at this point.
I think we left that jar at that apartment successfully.
It's worth not getting the security deposit back.
Yeah, I'm being billed for cursed item removal.
Yeah, we didn't get the security deposit back because the landlord died mysteriously a day later.
It's crazy.
Couldn't execute on it.
If only we could do that.
Well, with that, hi, I'm Skylar. I will be playing Sylas, the fox spirit, using he and they interchangeably. And I gotta be so real, fam. I'm a music nerd. I own a bunch of tech. I grew up playing mostly video games. I don't have a lot of cursed objects, but the thing that Holly insists is cursed and loves to bring up, basically anytime she talks about me to someone new, whenever she likes to tell their story of how they saved me, loves to bring up the fact that at one point I did wear snapbacks. I had a collection of snapbacks that I would wear to various events. I had a few that went with different outfits, and one of them was a black snapback with a red, yellow, and green cap and a little Rasta style lion on the front that did say weed in Rasta colors on the underneath of the cap.
Hell yeah,
when I
bro.
bought it,
Dudes
I
rock.
didn't know that it said weed underneath. I just liked the cool Rasta lion and the colors. I thought it would go well with an outfit that I had.
Oh.
And then after I saw that it had weed, I was like, well, I already have the hat, and I do in fact smoke weed, so it felt fitting. I did sell and or throw out all of those hats when I moved in with Holly. So the curse is no longer with me.
Hi, my name is Neo. I play Ernest J. Powell and Seek, the antiquarian who has been possessed. Ernest uses he, him pronouns, and the most cursed object that I own is a stuffed mink, ermine, stoat, mustelid scarf that is just, one of those classic mustelid scarves from, back in the way back. I bought it at like a garage sale. Like it's been dead since well in the 50s or 60s, okay? Like it's fine, it's vintage. But it has like fucked up milky glass eyes and a little hair clip right where its mouth is so you can articulate it to make it look like it's talking, and it thoroughly freaked out Holly when I
didn't
brought it
like
out.
it.
We're gonna-
I didn't like it.
We're gonna put a photo up on it on the Patreon because it is just that insane of an object to have. And also, the mouth clips onto the tail so you can wear it properly, which is
To hold it
kind
in
of
place.
disturbingly cute.
It was upsetting for me.
Oh, yeah. And imagine living with it. I have been, and will continue to be your organizer, Julian. And mine is pretty small potatoes in comparison to the old milk eyes. I have a necklace with a skull of a baby raven hanging off of it. That was a gift from my younger sibling leading up to the conclusion of my big Dungeons and Dragons campaign, like the first one I ever ran, where a big ass raven was the final antagonist.
Very cool.
In the picture we put up on Patreon, you will see this necklace hanging off of the neck of the stoat around the neck of Neo. So we'll try and layer as many of these cursed objects as we can. We unfortunately
and then I'll Photoshop a little weed hat and a hairbag on it. So you get
hairbag in the
full
mouth,
picture.
weed hat on top.
Yeah, so you get the full picture.
Yo, the stoat's lit. The stoat's my goat. That said, Julian, it was very funny because you're like, imagine living with it. I am, have, and will continue to.
And I do.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that thing.
No way. I don't want you
I'm
to.
getting buried with it,
Yeah.
like in like a pharaoh.
Like a pharaoh.
Yeah.
Neo,
Oh, boy.
sometimes you sound like a guy that would sit on a lawn chair with a beer. You know what I mean? I'm getting buried with it.
With my lawn chair and my beer and my fur.
And your
ermine.
stoat.
Yeah, my stoat.
Yeah, it was common practice back in the day for all of the eunuchs to be buried on their lawn chairs all alongside the pharaoh, and they'd all go out together
Yes.
for one last big old cookout in the sky.
Playing cornhole.
Yeah. It was Maze Hole back in the day.
There are people out exploring ancient Egypt, going into the pyramids, looking at hieroglyphs, and like, is that a fucking Budweiser? Like on the, is that? It looks just like a beer bottle. That has to be something else.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. When we last left our Bizarro Monster Squad, the intrepid members of Fracture, the more militant fork off of the more slow-rolling Prism collective of monsters, Electra, the oracle and seer of the group, has returned to the scene of the surprising and seemingly magical deaths of 27 historical society members who died shockingly and simultaneously earlier this morning during a rally they were holding. She's here to investigate it with her divinatory flashlight, but upon first glance at some strange pyramid object rising from the ground, a strange vision overtook her and she fell into a seizure. We return just as the fox spirit Sylas and the possessed antiquarian Ernest Powell both arrive back on the scene. What is it you're doing as you see your seizuring friend?
Does it seem like the seizuring is caused by like some sort of spell? Like, does she seem under the influence of some kind of magic?
I mean, in your line of work, standing over ritual space where 27 dudes died earlier today, that feels like a reasonable guess, but what she looks like is she looks like a lady having a seizure.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much I can do about that, but immediately Sylas is going to grab like the scruff of her collar in his mouth, drag her outside of the area, and I want to try to use my words to cast a dispelling magic. So essentially what he is trying to do is it's multi-layered. He's trying to burn away using his fire, wants to burn away malicious magics, trying to like tear them apart, change the subject or the target of such magics from being Electra to being just the dirt to them, maybe like diverting magic into the ground and making Electra herself void of any magical effects and nullifying the actual intensity of them.
Okay. You've incorporated all 3 of the magic words. Let's have a 3d6 roll.
There comes those life lessons from Broke Wizards.
Oh my god, terrible.
Oh my god, you're doomed.
Thankfully, at least it's a 2. It doesn't go horribly bad, but it's just okay. It has a lesser effect than expected.
Yeah. Lesser effect than expected. You have a kind of burst of flame about your paws and kind of run them from head to toe down Electra's seizing body. She comes in time to stillness. You've stopped the seizure, but she is unconscious.
Fuck, we're too close to the site. I can't do more than this.
Well, I guess we'll just have to use our more human needs. Come here. I'm just gonna like pick her up. Try not to jostle her too much. Let's head back to the Haven.
Okay.
Light it up.
And the smoke cloud brings you back into the interior of your extra-dimensional rocket ship, the Haven. It's a subdued celebration as the 100 days clear of the cult girl comes back unconscious from her solo foray out into the field. It's a night of focus on recovery. Cupcakes eaten in silence and Fran in control of the TV as usual. The next morning, you've had a chance to recover, Electra, and you've come back to consciousness. The remainder of the folks probably dared not journey out from the Haven in the immediate nightfall, so we'll cut to our next morning. You rolled last week to see about how the vision maintains in your head. Would you remind us the degree to which you've got recollection of it?
Yes, so I recall it as the mysterious metaphors to be deciphered.
Lay it on us.
So I think she remembers shadowy figures looking for words in shadows fruitlessly. I think that's like all she can really parse from it.
And you do, of course, also remember seeing the triangle. That wasn't part of your vision. That was something you literally saw with your flashlight. So you do remember the tip of a pyramid poking up from the center of the ritual sequence.
I think they found where to do the ritual. It didn't go right this time. Something's still not illuminated for them.
When you say found it, does this mean they will be trying to do the same thing in the same place?
They have to find something. They were missing something. I don't know what.
I mean, they've already turned the land there into something cursed. If there was no one there, you passed out just from the sheer magics of it. They've, from my experience, they've done fucked up shit, have cast spells, but this is certainly closer to whatever the fuck they're trying to do than I've ever seen.
I mean, you mentioned seeing a pyramid, right? Some kind of... Like what? What did it... Like some extra planar object? Like, did you perceive it in 3 dimensions? Was it made of light, shadow?
It was a black pyramid with red etchings, and it was vibrating, turning. It was in motion. It wasn't a still image.
Okay, well, I hate to say it, but that sounds like the beginning of some kind of summoning, or maybe the object itself. I mean, you saw with the flashlight. Although, there's a little bit of irony in it being a black triangle for a white supremacist group. No, not a good time? Okay, sorry about that.
I commend your spirit. It is, times like these, it is good to hold on to levity, but I think we need to focus our efforts. I was only barely capable of stopping your seizure in the first place. I do not have the power to dispel such a thing. Perhaps there is some more disruption we could cause at the scene.
Did it seem when we were there, like the building or where this took place might have had a basement, like somewhere lower we could access? Like,
The office building? Because this happened, it was a rally, it was a protest. It was out on the streets.
it's just out on the streets, and now there's just a triangle jutting out of like the ground, essentially.
From where she saw it, it was kind of like, it was at the center of this, where you remember the sequence of sigils to be. It was kind of like near where the sidewalk meets the street. It was kind of like poking out of the asphalt.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, so we can't like dig into the earth to like.
Can I do a little bit of bookworming with sort of what I remember of the sigils, right? From being there, let's say I've investigated that. Let's say we've taken notes, right? We've copied some of them down.
Totally.
We know what they look like. Can I do a little bookworming, see what it pulls up, see if I pick up any important ley lines? I'm looking for ley lines. I'm looking for notable incidents in the same place. I'm looking for specific meanings of runes.
Yeah. Let's have a roll 2d6 plus. Do you have any relevant tags for this research?
I sure do. Gay nerd.
Yep. Rolling.
Okay, oof. That's an 11.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Nice.
The sigils in large part are the kinds you would recognize from other instances of ritual magic that you have seen performed by the Order of the Watchers of the Many-Angled One. Generally, what matters primarily for them is geometry. The runes themselves are kind of like the empowering of the shapes, and the shapes are what are shaping the magic. So the arrangement of the triangles, the angles of the triangles, the relative sizes and intersection points, that's kind of where their specific brand of Nazi magic finds its core. Electra describes the pyramid as coming up from the center of the intersecting points. All of this seems pretty well in line with what you would know about their attempts to summon in the past, and has, of course, never been successful because the world has not been engulfed by a great many-angled extra-dimensional being as far as you've perceived last you've been outside. In terms of where you see these runes pop up anywhere else in your studies, in the library, and in the like, there are instances of these same geometries being studied by a larger order of witches that have kind of covered many different parts of the world. There's, folks throughout the United States. There's folks out in Europe and in Africa and Asia. They kind of globe-spanning order of sister mages, the Witches' Order, that have done a lot of this larger-scale ley line study. They're the ones who really have given you kind of the scholarship on ley lines. The issue is their sheer distance between each other means that while they can very easily intercommunicate with each other, they don't have like a single repository of information. There's no grand library of the Witches' Order because they can all, psychotext each other from the year 2000 BC. They didn't need to write it all down in one place. Not all the time, at least, but tough to learn from them.
Well, that would explain the dug up grandmother.
Dug up grandmother?
Oh my God, you were out cold for this one.
Lucy Lou's grandmother was dug up. Nazis.
What?
Her grave was defaced.
We don't know what they would have done with the body or where they would have taken it.
Oh my God, is Lucy okay?
Shaken, not in great spirits. Alive, uninjured, but it may be good to go see her. I know you two are close.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
I would like to. Sylas wants to try to predict their next move. What's like the date? Are we like? Is it like March 26th and like March 27th is tomorrow, and it's like the 27th on the 3rd month. Like, is there like a date coming up? Was there another similar instance like that happened like at a certain coordinates where if we ping these two, we could get a third that's going to happen in like a triangle formation on a map? Basically, he wants to use their geometry against them to try to predict their movements in some way.
Yesterday was March 27th, so seemingly a reason for the attempt. As for when they would strike next, tough to tell. March 30th has a 3 in it too, maybe, but it's not quite as pretty as the 3 to the power of 3 that is 327.
What? Like they're gonna wait fucking 6 months till September 9th? 2 9s? Yeah. It's like also not. It doesn't fit quite as well.
Yeah.
So quick, what's 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 3? My nerd character would know the answer to this question, but I'm not a nerd, so I don't know. Nerd, tell me what it is.
Yes, sir. 7.62 E12. So,
whoa,
lot more. Not on the calendar.
We're hitting E's with no jokers?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, jokerless so far. I got three jokers right here in front of me. I don't know. You were going to visit Luz, yes?
Yeah.
Lucy. Lucy is looking kind of distraught in her kind of chambers in her little chunk Oda Haven.
Lucy?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Oh my god, I'm so glad you're okay and awake. And she kind of rushes up and gives you a hug. Her various little spirit birds flit around you and some kind of like nuzzle through your hair and the like.
Hey, I'm so sorry about your grandma. That fucking sucks.
This fucking sucks, dude. She's like gone. She's like not even in I don't know what to do. I sent a bird to Marlene of Old Soil. I'm gonna go give her a visit soon. I want to make sure she's okay. Marlene's a name you've heard before. She's a witch kind of next town over.
I don't want to alarm you. I think this is maybe an act fast situation.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I was there, I used my flashlight, and I think they found it. I think they found the place for the ritual, but then I had a vision, and apparently I had a seizure, which that hasn't happened when I've ever had. I don't know. I saw shadowy figures, and seemed like something wasn't illuminated for them. I don't know if any of us have what it takes to take this on, though, if they get the ritual right.
So we gotta stop them before then. That's all there is to it. You said it's happening soon, right? I mean, it already, something already happened yesterday. We gotta. I sent a bird, but should we just go? Should we just like go to Marlene?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a couple hours drive to get out. She's like the next town over. Y'all pile in and drive on out to give a visit to Marlene. It's been a couple of years since any of y'all have seen her in person. As you arrive at her domicile, make your way inside. She's okay. You knock at the door. She comes and answers. Oh, hello there, sweeties. What brings you all out to my neck of the woods? Luz, your bird just arrived. Hi, Marlene. Yeah. No one's come to visit, right? No one's been knocking. She's like, no one but the IRS, but I send them on their way, same as usual. Why?
Smart.
Vivacious young woman.
Oh, you. This fox is always such a charmer. Come in. And y'all sit down. She serves you tea and pastries.
Crumpets, how delightful.
Seek.
Oh, what a charmer.
I didn't even hear the neck crack this time.
It was so fast.
It was so
he
fast.
smells crumpets. He's already going.
They exhumed Luz's grandmother's body.
The bird told me. I think we'll skip over the role play of it, but you all kind of catch Marlene up on the situation. We catch up to the point where we're describing the vision, and she says, "So what did you see when you saw forward?"
I saw shadowy figures, and they were trying to decipher shadowy words, documents, something. They seemed frustrated.
Marlene kind of pores over a rough sketch that you all have kind of collaboratively from memory redrawn of the interlinking triangles. And she says, these angles could have worked for sure, but with their setup running normally, they'd need a little oomph behind this. You said 27 sacrifices, yeah? It's not the biggest city. There's not a ton of folks they could have gotten in for the rally. I imagine 27 is probably near to capacity of what they could have gotten with their regular inquiries, so unless they're able to get that up to the next power, they'd need some better geometry behind this. They'd need to build the triangle three-dimensionally. Ooh, now we know how to do that, and I have a feeling that they were looking for Luz's old texts. They're not going to find it in her grave, so I'll put your hearts to rest. They don't have her book already. Ooh, she wasn't buried with it. Luz, she was never quite as good at evading the tax man as I was, and later on in life she had to get some scratch together to make ends meet. She sold some of her artifacts to the museum.
She sold her book of Nazi angle magic to the museum?
Hello, excuse me. This is witch angle magic. These guys are late to the party. They started in the 40s, young man.
That's true. It is just the things it is being used for currently are not being attributed to witches. It is
There's a lot of very good things that have been done with this magic, young man. We're not the ones who put it in the direction of Karanzan, okay? We knew to leave well enough alone.
I just don't like the idea of them having a Nazi Namacon.
You mentioned it being connected to some kind of museum. Luz, do you really think that's gonna be the case? I mean, if this was, your grandmother's book, surely it might have remained in your possession, no?
Lucy shakes her head and she says, no, this sounds right to me. I remember when we were cleaning out the house afterwards, and I always liked thumbing through her journals as a kid, and there were some of them there, but nothing that had the kind of geometries we're talking about. I'm worried it's in the museum back home.
So which museum are we raiding then?
This would be the Instone Museum, which is kind of the largest museum in the city, kind of a classical, historical / natural history museum. Not a big enough city to have separate museums for either. It's kind of collective. There's dinosaur bones in there. There's Egyptology in there. There's kind of a mix of everything you'd get from your Smithsonian lookalikes on a smaller budget.
I wonder if I have any contact with these people.
I imagine you would.
Yeah, I've probably done business with them before.
I think you get their newsletter.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. You know that they're actually doing one of their fundraising auctions pretty soon.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to get our best duds in order, because I think the fundraiser is probably gonna be our best bet for information gathering and potentially making off with a prized artifact. I mean, listen, people don't want to go through their old relatives' storages. They're mourning, they're in grief. Sometimes they just sell the whole box. They don't even look inside. That's how we get a lot of our artifacts is storage wars. Those guys are really annoying when they show up because, we've got a ticket item and they're like, I'll buy that for 20. And I'm like, can you get out of here? Anyway.
Why not just go tonight? We can easily break in. Maybe just take it ourselves before it even has a chance to be on auction. Something tells me that the Nazis might not necessarily wait. Why should we?
Might be imprudent.
We go tonight then.
Alrighty. A couple other hours drive back home, and back towards Inston. The sun is getting a little lower in the sky already. What is the plan of attack for sneaking into the museum?
For prep, can we try to get maybe Dr. Steen or any of the other people that we may have in and about to potentially refuel or give us extra uses of our artifacts, or is that going to take a little more oomph than we have time for?
I would say if you're looking to do the classic, like we do the heist under cover of night, you've got time for one magic item to get rejiggered with the help of Luz.
Which do we think is more important? My tongue can teleport us, but you could give us information that could be crucial.
I think the spectacles.
The spectacles.
We want to know what we're looking at, the right object. In fact, I think while I'm getting my spectacles fixed, I'm gonna speak to my other magical kind of antiquarian buddy who's going to A, fix them, and B, maybe give me a little bit more information about.
Lucy is the one who's fixing your spectacles.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm certainly not going to be sitting next to them the whole time. Can I see if I have a contact at the museum? Can I roll for it? I don't have a tag for it, but can I roll for it?
Sure, no, I feel like you would know a guy at the museum.
Okay, great.
Hey, I think that falls under gay nerd.
Yeah, that's free. Bring.
Instone Museum, how can I help you?
Hi, yeah, this is Ernest J. Powell.
Hi, Ernie, how you doing?
Hi, Bernie, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, well, that's
How's the
good.
family?
Dead, but thanks for asking.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. The living family is doing well.
Yay.
How's your cat and your new boyfriend?
Fine. I'm getting a little passive aggression on the phone, Ernie.
I know. I just want to know if you're happy.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Electra is wide-eyed looking at Lucy, who's fixing the glasses.
4 seconds of silence, and then you hear,
I'm very happy.
Oh my god.
Well, that's good to know. Anyway, I'm actually calling on business. Not for my personal affairs. So, it's a little bit of a pressing matter.
Young kids, I miss these days.
I really don't. Look, I'm not here to cause trouble. I heard there's a new fundraiser coming up, and I was wondering if you have any tomes coming in. We're looking for something to do with angular, like ley line based geometry. Do you have any fresh new works coming in?
Nothing fresh, but there's a couple books that are going to be going up in the auction, yeah.
Oh, they're being put onto the auction.
Yeah, it's auctions tomorrow. You got the newsletter. You saw the listings. We got, there's an old, Latin alchemical study book from the 15th century that we thought was pretty cool, but it had a lot of water damage, so it's not really good for display. There's, you were saying geometry stuff, right? Yeah, there's an old, an old Islamic text that we've got that's got some, geometry stuff in there. This is kind of it's like late Islamic golden age looking, but it's got a lot of the same stuff that we've already got, and it's just kind of a less impressive version of it. Probably in reference to that one?
This one might have been more of a personal book. Think handwritten, diary, journal.
They're all handwritten, Ernie. They're from the 15th and 8th century, respectively.
There's a different...
What, he thought they had a Gutenberg printing press back in the Islamic Golden Age?
What's the last book?
It's this old beater. It's like some leather-bound thing. The lock on it's rusted shut, so we could never even get it open. It just doesn't display very well.
Turns to Luz. I'm guessing you're not Muslim?
no.
Okay, that's the one. Leather-bound journal with a rusted lock. Bernie, I gotta say, that's not a very exciting item for auction. What can I do to just get it off of you? Just get it off your hands for you.
You can come to the auction tomorrow and you can bid like an adult.
As if we haven't done these backroom deals before.
Yeah, okay, honey. Good night.
He hangs up. You gave me such a beautiful laugh. I'm so sorry. That was so good.
It was intentional.
Ernest, I didn't know.
That I'm gay?
Of course I knew you're freaking gay. I didn't know you were getting down with museum boys
I'm a gay nerd.
in such a messy manner. I don't
It's
know.
on my tags.
It's on
keep-
my tags.
You keep everything so fastidious. That was so messy for you.
I'm sorry, Ernie can't come to the phone right now. But you're welcome to leave a message with me, Seek. Yeah, looks like the leather-bound book's what we're looking for, so we're gonna have to scoot in there. So,
Seek has a point. I think it is important that we move, but let Ernest know that I know some old clubs we could go to. I'd be a hell of a wing fox.
listen, you know what? Ernest needs all the help he can get. I mean, look at him, he's a nerd.
I know a centaur who you would be just the type for.
Well, certainly not me. I'm heterosexual, but you know, that's up to old Ernie. You know,
Heterosexual. Alrighty, what's the plan of attack on the museum?
I guess you gotta scope it out, see what the security's like. I guess the idea is hopefully try to pick our way in.
This is not a crazy high security operation. You know, there are security guards in the museum at night. The doors are locked. The windows are locked. But, you know, this is not an Ocean's 11 ass setup.
I'll try to lock pick our way in then.
Let's go.
under the cover of night. Ooh, maybe one of us could clamber up to the roof, open the emergency roof hatch.
I've got a means for getting us in as well through magic.
Yeah,
so.
void stepping.
Cool,
We
I had
got
no
options.
means. I was gonna raw dog it.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just gonna break in normal
Are we
stuff.
I'm
thinking-
gonna roll 2d6.
Start with the roof plan and then magic's on the back foot if we
Yeah.
need it.
Sounds good.
Cool. So that begins the question of how to get to the top ode building, and doing it also unseen by the security. I'm assuming our resident clamberer is going to lead the way and maybe set things up for our other buddies.
Yep.
Roll that 3d6, ya clambering.
Ooh, that's only a 9.
A 9, an okay, but narrated by me. You are able to make it up the side of the facade. Seek is basically never in a situation where he can't clamber up shit. But as he does so, there is a moment where he, in his kind of scuttling gecko-like up the windows, and I'll say unbeknownst to him, a security guard on the interior of the building, who is walking the halls, sees a shadowy shape outside quickly scuttle up past the window. And that security guard is definitely going to be looking into what's going on. He isn't able to immediately catch you. You're not in front of the window for longer than a second or so, but someone on the interior has been alerted that something's up.
Are we aware of this?
Nope.
All right.
You make it up to the top floor. There is, in fact, roof access that could possibly be unlocked. What's your plan of how to get them up after you? Are you trying to get them up to the roof with you, or are you trying to get inside and find another entrance you can open for them from the inside that's lower down?
Probably the latter half.
Coolio. Let's have one more roll then to ensure you're able to make your way through the interior stealthily with the knowledge that someone on the inside is currently looking a little more actively than your average museum security guard in a medium-sized city might.
Do artifacts count as potential additional dice?
Artifacts can be used as dice for spell casting. Specifically, if you bet an artifact or something similar or weird with supernatural properties, or if you take a condition, you can cast the spell the same way with magic words. I think you do still need the magic caster
Right. Okay.
tag to do so, though.
Yeah, I don't think I have any relevant tags, so just a straight 2d6.
Straight 2d6. Is there anything from your curio chest you could imagine could help you with a stealthful navigation?
Actually, instead of the curio, I'm gonna enact my speak with inanimate object and be like, "Oh yeah, could you help me out here? Can tell me if someone's coming around the corner, all right? What do you think?" As I pat a water cooler. What's a tall glass of water like you doing around these parts?
You use the inanimate objects throughout the facility as you're looking around the corner, Scouts. Okay, I fuck with it. I like that.
That's so funny.
Make it 3d6.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I think this would be a relevant way to, because conditions, I haven't really been imparting conditions for things like failure. You know, whenever you fuck up, get hurt, or something happens, see there's potential lasting consequences, take a condition. Examples like lasting headache, broken arm, nausea, really loud and squeaky shoe.
Well, in the last episode, you gave me nearsighted.
Yeah, which has since been resolved. I wonder if, like, under investigation can be a fun, like, temporary condition.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, so this helps cancel that out, so you're rolling straight 2d6. But you would have been 3d6 take lowest without it, I think, and is something I'll keep in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, that's an 11.
Very nice.
Perfect.
With the aid of the various talking fixtures, you are able to evade the watchful eye of the paranoid security guard, who eventually does the thing that every security guard does immediately, like this. Huh. I must be seeing things. Gets back to his job. And then he goes, oh, whose footprints are these? And then a cardboard box shimmies in the background.
Must have been the wind.
With due time, you're able to make it down to the rear door of the, one of the rear doors of the museum that leads onto kind of like the back courtyard. It's a small grounds area, not a huge museum. But you're able to give kind of a little signal and wave your buddies inside. So you've all reunited and you've all made it inside of the museum. The question now, how to find whatever is going to be auctioned off tomorrow.
Oh, okay, well, looks like my entryway worked. Come on. All right, so it's most likely going to be in some kind of archival, like, holding space, you know, like a dry storage, quiet places where one might wander off to for a little nookie.
What?
Let's check those back rooms, little private.
One more time?
Wait, what?
Look, sometimes you're in college, you're in grad school, and you're working a very boring job as night security in the museum, and your grad. Anyway, let's go.
Are you about to have the gay part of gay nerd be the relevant tag in finding an archive in a museum instead of the nerd part of gay nerd? I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Roll that 3d6. That's beautiful.
Electra's walking and she just kind of mutters like, we had such different lives.
Sylas looks to Electra's like,
He called it a nookie.
Well, that's only an 8, so...
8. Another okay, but you've got a pretty good sense for how to avoid the watchful eye of the internal security guards at this point. You're not super concerned about the literal ability of your troop to make it past them. You start to delve your way deeper and deeper into the museum. Deeper in the museum, you are nearing to the back office areas that could lead down into the archives in the basement, which is almost certainly where this would be located. You're nearing the rear as you're making your way through kind of an early human anthropology section with like, oh, there's like an Australopithecus skeleton fragment and stuff like that. And you see one skeleton, which as you pass it, reaches out its bony arm and clasps it on your shoulder as you feel the bony touch of a lady you haven't spoken to in quite some time. Edith, a member of Prism Collective, has been standing on a podium showing like early human skeleton. Edith, as you will know well, is an animated skeleton who has been here for you don't know how long.
Edith?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I'm keeping watch.
Has anyone come in?
Wait, do they pay you?
What? No. What do you... No. The auction's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were worried. We were doing some research back at Prism, and we were concerned that there might be some
not great stuff about to happen, what with all the stuff that popped off yesterday, so we're making sure that nobody interfered. Was that you all?
No, it wasn't fucking us. It was the Watchers.
Good, because you were gonna give Prism a bad name if you're gonna be doing all these big, loud... Did you see the way Mox is spinning this?
They're gonna spin it any way they want.
Okay, moving on.
We do not bring up Prism's name when we operate.
Okay. We figured it would be a good idea to have me stationed here just in case anything was popping off, and we want to make sure that the, auction goes all smoothly tomorrow, and we've got folks fanned out around the city keeping tabs on various things. I was positioned here. Why are you here?
To get what we're looking for. We're ahead of you. We're looking for a book that they're looking for. If they're gonna try to auction it off tomorrow, it's better that we grab it first.
Well, no one's gotten past me, so you can all just wait here with me, and if they try and come in, well, bully, but you better be gone by morning, okay? Because...
And wait, for what? For them to come get it? They have more money than us. They are going to out-auction anyone to get what they want.
If they don't try to steal it first. So that's why we're stealing it first.
We're not stealing it, okay?
Oh my god.
It belongs to Lucy.
They dug up her grandma. They desiccated her grave.
That kind of puts a little stop for Edith in the moment.
Yeah, now you feel bad.
As you pull out the Polaroid of the exhumed grave with the desecrated headstone.
We're not here to rob a museum. We are here to return something to its rightful owner and keep it out of the hands of very dangerous people. If this goes well and we get what we want, we don't have to act violently. On this we can agree, yes?
Okay, but...
Edith, I know these people. I know Father Enoch.
Edith kind of stands down, returns to her podium, and she says, if you ever want to collaborate again and let us have a hand on the ball, let us know. And I'm sure that there can be no hard feelings.
You could have a hand on the ball now. Think you can point us to what we're looking for?
A thumb bone over the shoulder as she directs you towards the archive.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'm gonna end to not knowing how to thank her properly. I pull off one of the skulls.
I
from my
immediately
necklace.
stop this. I'm like, no. That's
Okay.
like someone giving you a fox head.
I love that needs to be explained to Sylas. This is a very one-to-one comparison.
He then instead turns and pours out a handful of quarters that instantly fall through the bones in her hand and clatter onto the floor.
Shit, fuck.
No, all right, Grandpa. Okay.
Everyone's using paper money these days.
No drama and throwing it on the table.
I know. What happened to yen?
Well, currently, actually, due to tourism, it's actually increasing.
Yeah, as we walk down the hallway, I think Electra just rubs uncomfortably on her forearm cover-up tattoo, knowing underneath the word Enoch tattooed underneath it.
You all make your way down through the kind of office quarters and into the basement, the archive. You get to the door of the archive itself. This door is locked. I am wondering how y'all are going to get in.
Ooh. Okay.
It might make getting out a little messy, but I think I can get us in pretty cleanly if you are all okay with this.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to do is Sylas looking around. If I can find a small candle, that would be perfect. If not, he is going to set one of his skulls down on the opposite side of the door, and place a light so that way a flame kind of shines onto the door. Having the three of us stand in front of it, I would like our shadows to be cast underneath the door, and using void for our shadows, flame to cast them, and change places. I want to change our places with our shadows underneath to get us through the door.
Oh, that's so clever. I love that. Roll that 3d6.
Hell yeah.
That's a sick as fuck.
That's a good one.
And it's rewarded. That's a 5. It goes exactly as we want.
Fantastic. You all melt into your shadows in the flickering of the flame and phew your way up through the other side.
Still got it.
And arrive you do, thankfully, in silence as you enter into an archive where, in the distance, you hear the echoing of rustling and shifting objects in the dark.
It's party time.
Let's go.
I have my bat at the fucking ready.
Thankfully, Nazis are rarely subtle, and as you delve in past various shelves of stored items, you turn a corner to see a collection of 4 of these Nazis, 3 members of the Watchers of the Many-Angled One wearing their dork-ass robes, and standing at the head of them with his hood down to indicate he's the bozo in charge, Joseph Lambert. Head of your chapter of the Watchers of the Many-Angled One, Electra, the man who did that tattoo on your arm.
Wow, Edith missed these dudes in these bright red robes? Well, you can't blame a woman for not seeing if she doesn't have any eyes.
Thankfully, due to the success of your spell, you yet have the drop on them.
I run in with my bat and just swing at his fucking head.
Let's fucking go. He's bald. Swing at his bald head.
Hey, asshole! Bam!
Give me that 3d6. Knock his fucking block off.
Ooh, that's a 10.
Oh my god.
Holly, you have narrative control. How does Joseph Lambert, highfalutin, thinks he's all that white supremacist magician, how does his skull react to a steel baseball bat to the side of it?
I think in the last moment, the accent drops and he's like, Ruth? And she's like, that's not my fucking name! And she's like, knocks him over the head. There's like blood splatter.
Clean over the artifacts, a splatter of blood and brains just shoots outwards as the fell Nazi occultist is felled in a single swing. Turns out, having a whole lot of Nazi ideas in the brain doesn't reinforce the skull all that much. So much for the calipers.
These young kids are so passionate. Makes me want to give it a try.
How are you joining in on the fun, Sky?
As I go in, I have thought of a fucking terrible way to kill one of these people for a long time. I want to rush in as my fox form, and right as I go up to them, I turn into my human form and I place a hand on their stomach. Now, what I'd like to do is I would like to burning all of their calories and changing all of the food in their stomach into air, make their stomach void. I want to starve them to death instantly.
Oh, wow, that's good. Roll that 3d6 for the magic, baby.
That's 5. That's 5. It goes exactly as I want.
Beautiful. The hand lands on stomach. The second of these Nazi goons is instantly starved to death as the magic courses through him. Bit of poetic justice there, given some history, as this bozo cosplayer starves to death and falls in a heap to the floor. I'm assuming Seek's getting in on the fun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seek's gonna stun on him a little bit. Seek's hoping to clamber his way up to the ceiling, and then from the ceiling, projectile vomit, just like ghastly,
full exorcist mode.
Full pea soup, except it's like acid. It's like
hell
burning
yeah.
acid.
Why not? Let's go.
Fucked up ghost.
3d6, let's go.
12!
Boxcars.
Boxcars. They melt just like the scene from the Indiana Jones movie. Just
yes. Seek up on the ceiling like, you chose poorly. As the caustic of vomitoria just slams down into the third Nazi, melting his skin from his bones as he collapses in an Edith-style heap of bones on the ground. Sorry for the microaggression, but she's kind of a liberal anyway, so get her out of here. The last one of these bozos is running for the exit as the 3 of you all descend upon him and beat, bite, and bile spew him to a pulp.
nice.
Whew. Sometimes, simple ending is the best one. They almost had it, and if they had the reference material, if they were maybe a little better at actually studying history, maybe they would have found a better way of doing things. But instead, these fascist losers get their shit beat in the archives of a dingy second-rate museum, and history will never know their names as they get buried in a shallow grave in the back lot.
Yeah.
Good riddance,
Yeah.
losers. Fracture lives to fight another day. And that brings us to the end of this adventure of Here, There, Be Monsters.
Oh, that was actually so satisfying.
Fuck 'em. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
What a dope game. Thank you all so very much for joining us. Join us next week for our post-mortem, where we'll get into all of our thoughts on the game, the book, the design, and the gameplay. And then the week after that for our interview with the author, Wendi Yu. Ooh. Ta-ta, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, this voice is really rough on my throat.
Me trout.
On me throat.
Well, I'm supposed to be British, isn't it?
British?
British.
You want to keep making fun of my voice acting skills, or do you want to
Move on with the plot.
Move on with the plot then?
Both.
On your throat.
Yeah, on me throat. That's what they say.
It is.
I just love hearing
Yeah, I
it.
just love hearing it from you.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review. If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!
Welcome to the Shoutout Corner. This week, you're being assigned cursed artifacts. So for Drake, you are the wielder of an accursed sword with a dull, rusty blade, but whose handle can slice through anything. This does mean you have to wield it backwards, which looks kind of dumb, and it'll definitely fuck up your hand. Ugh. E.g., you've been granted a pair of spectacles that allow you to see far into the future. So far, in fact, that none of the readings actually are relevant to the wearer whatsoever, but hey, maybe you can help your great-grandchildren win the lottery or something, who knows. Jade, gifted a pair of wings that when attached allow the wielder to fly. But the flight speed is significantly slower than the average person's walking speed, so yeah. Joe, you've been given a phone case that allows your device to send calls and texts through time. However, every call is preceded by a 30-minute hold, and each text comes with outrageous traveling fees per character. Also, it only fits on an Android. Jordan, you have a watch that when checked takes you back to the last time it was 12:34. However, the time zone is chosen at random each time you look, and it's also a bright pink children's watch. Cly, you've just uncovered a pill that when swallowed makes you immortal. No drawbacks. You can just never die. I don't think I need to explain why this one is bad. Logan, within the catacombs you find a wallet that always has cash inside every time you open it. But it's always 10 to 20% short for whatever you're actually buying, so you have to split every bill between cash and card, and all the waitstaff and cashiers are just gonna hate you. Sorry. Matthew, you have a sweater that perfectly adapts your body to be comfortable in any weather or temperature. However, it's really itchy and has big bold text saying family first, Cybertruck second. So good luck with that. Nancy, you've been delivered the ever-flickering light bulb. No matter how many times you try and change it, tighten it, or whatever, it's always gonna do that annoying off-rhythm flickering thing. Ugh. Pleasure Goblin, you've brought the accursed Labubu. There's actually nothing wrong with it, it's just a Labubu. Sparky, the proud wearer of one of those novelty soda drinking hats. But any soda put in automatically becomes flat, lukewarm, and off-brand. Who cursed this thing? Stefan, you've been bestowed the honor of having the magic 8-ball that whenever you check it only ever says, try again later. Hold up. Try again later. Okay, try again later. Oh, come on. Tammy, the proud owner of the never-ripening fruit tree. The fruit on the tree is always tantalizingly close to ripening, but never just there yet. But hey, maybe one day. The first 4 notes of Megalovania, the owner of an iPod that can only play the first 4 notes of Megalovania, if you can believe it. Super off-brand, I know, but you're cursed to never hear that sick drop. And thy dungeon gal, you've brought a pair of always squeaky tennis shoes. And thy dungeon gal, you've brought a pair of always squeaky tennis shoes. They fit perfectly and are actually really comfortable, but they do squeak, like, a lot. Well, have fun dealing with those curses. Until then, I'm gonna deal with my own curse, which is my gacha game addiction. But until next week, folks, ta-ta!